Do you remember the guy who snatched his boss's wife, a Kenyan government minister? Well, if you don't, I got you. The guy's name is Tony Ogunda and the boss in discussion is Raphael Tuju. Tony Ogunda first came into the lives of the Tuju family when he was assigned to protect their home as a GSU officer in 2008. This was after Tuju was named the special legal advisor to the late president on matters ethnic relations and media. This assignment of VIP protection brought Tony close to the family as he manned their gate, which allowed him to first lay his eyes on Tuju's wife, Mrs. Ruth, as she also lay her eyes on him. At first, there was no spark between them, by the way, so Tony only had work to think about because he was already married to his childhood babe, Miss Esther Okumu, who they had made a boy together. Moreover, he was also very young compared to the two Jews, who seemed to have had more than a perfect marriage all through them years. They officiated it in 1986, by the way, when Tuju was a dashing young TV presenter and were blessed with 3 kids. So they seemed loyal. To the public, they were the it couple. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, despite defeating all the tribulations which came to test their marriage, there was always one that never left their household. The problem of loneliness that was brought about by the political nature of Tuju's job. You see, as a special advisor and envoy to President Kibaki, Tuju often left his current home occasionally on different assignments, something that took a toll on his wife when he announced his presidential bid in 2011. This made him leave home on the campaign trail for longer periods, designed when she needed a shoulder to cry on and a chest to lie on. Bro was not there. He was busy looking for votes. So, as he traversed the country, she also kept herself busy looking for a replacement, which she found in Anthony Ogunda, who, when approached, understood the assignment. His job was simple: to make her happy and keep quiet while at it. A job he performed so well that she became his mama's. Anything he wanted, she got it for him, from cash to expensive outings. Yeah, Ruth made sure she looked after him lavishly, going even to the extent of getting him a deluxe apartment on Gong Road. A move that turned out to be their greatest undoing because it meant Tony dumped his wife Esther at their house in Eastlands. When Esther investigated why, she found out that he had moved in with his boss's wife, a betrayal so bitter that she texted Tuju about it. When Tuju heard about this affair, he was angry AF as any man would be. However, as a certified gentleman, he decided to call both of them to his current home for a meeting whereby the two promised to call off their illicit affair, something that turned out to be a lie because they continued seeing each other and became more open with their affair, whereby Tony would publicly show affection to her. At times, he would even text Tuju's kids asking for their mom's whereabouts. Can you imagine? It's the audacity for me, man. This shamelessness had been brought by the fact that he was now totally dependent on her since he had been fired from his job after he was implicated in an extortion scam. A situation that got him visiting Tuju's home at ungodly hours. An already angry Tuju hastily took a restraining order against him as he filed for divorce against his wife. In it, Tony was banned from coming to close contact with any of Tuju's people or properties, a demand that turned out to be completely impossible for Tony as he accepted Ruth's ungodly invitation to their current home. But then, on 5th May 2013, Tony Ogunda was arrested for trespassing and sending offensive text messages to his former boss, Raphael Tuju. He was later released on cash bail. Now, here's the straw which broke the camel's back. Sadly, the two did not cut off their relationship even after his arrest, which led to their untimely fall from grace, whereby 2 months later, on 3rd July 2013, Tony was found mysteriously dead at Kenya Org Foundation, an apartment owned by Raphael Tuju, but then he was out of the country at the time. On 14th July 2013, Tony was laid to rest at his home in Manyala Village, Suba, Homa Bay County. His death caused shock and led to many unanswered questions. But then, Bibia wenyewe is a no-go zone. 3 months later, Ruth was seen selling matumbo at a new hotel after Tuju successfully threw her out of his home. Clearly, she had fallen from being a millionaire wife to a hustler. So guys, what lesson did you learn today? Let me know in the comments section.